First, there was Frederick Douglass, and then there was William Wells Brown. Hello, and welcome to my channel. I am Miss Thespiana, the storyteller who likes to give commentary on other stories and their creators. And I'm back again to continue my series on speaking about the lives of Black American storytellers for Black History Month of 2026. In this video, we will be covering the story of orator, abolitionist, writer, and Underground Railroad conductor William Wells Brown. Born in 1814 Lexington, Kentucky, to an enslaved Black American woman and a relative of her owner, William was declared a slave at birth and subjected to various inhumane conditions, devoid of any compassion or dignity. Growing up, instead of working on a plantation like many Black Americans in the Deep South, William was rented out by his enslaver to others in the city for labor, but never legally entitled to any of the money he earned, one of those jobs being a worker on a steamboat. Throughout his youth, William attempted to escape multiple times with his mother, but was ultimately recaptured, sent back, beaten, and even locked away at night. This, however, didn't temper his desire for freedom, and on New Year's Day, 1834, William's dream was realized, and he successfully escaped to Ohio and was taken in by Quaker and abolitionist Wells Brown and his family. Being so endeared by their kindness and recognition of his humanity, William decided to take the Wells Brown name as his own. William would later move to Buffalo, New York, and utilized his skills working as a steamboatsman on Lake Erie for 5 years. During this time, William would serve as a conductor for the Underground Railroad, helping many other Black Americans who sought their own freedom. Later on, William would come under the employ of abolitionist Elijah P. Lovejoy at a print shop, where he quickly learned to read and write. William would also eventually meet and marry a free Black American woman named Elizabeth, and would have 3 daughters. In 1843, William would begin making lectures against American slavery and was deeply vocal in supporting women's rights and supporting temperance laws. By 1845, William would publish his autobiography, Narrative of William W. Brown, a Fugitive Slave, after seeing the success of his contemporary's autobiography. The written recounting of his early life was so well received he was able to travel across Europe to give speeches against slavery from 1849 to 1854. During his travels, William would go on to write 2 more books, a travel narrative, the first one to be written by a Black American, and the historical fiction novel Clotel, the President's Daughter, about a fictionalized daughter of real-life enslaver and President Thomas Jefferson, and the horrors of her life. One of the first novels to be written by a Black American, published by a British publisher. In 1854, William's friends were able to help officially purchase his freedom, and he was able to safely return to America without fear of being captured and deported for re-enslavement through the Fugitive Slave Act. Upon his return, William continued giving anti-slavery lectures and even encouraged Black Americans to join the Union and fight to end slavery in the Civil War, and would later recount the strength and bravery of the Black American soldiers in his book, The Negro in the American Rebellion. But not before putting out his 5-act play, The Escape, in 1858, which is considered to be the first play to be written by a Black American. William Wells Brown continued to fight for Black American rights, studied and practiced medicine, and tried running for several political positions. Towards the end of his days, he settled in Boston, Massachusetts, and passed away in 1884. He was survived by his children and second wife, and left behind a legacy of perseverance, resistance, courage, and being the first Black American to publish works in more than one genre. Thank you so much for watching the video, and if you feel as if there's any information that I got incorrect or left out that should be mentioned, feel free to make a comment. Bye!